don't think it's any secret now that a guilty pleasure of mine is hopping into Ponytown strip clubs for the sake of the hilarity that goes on in them. But recently I've wondered what it would be like to host my own Ponytown strip club. So in today's video, I'm going to go do some in-depth research on Ponytown strip clubs. What makes them good? What are the common practices that I should implement in my strip club? How can I make mine the best one in Ponytown? To answer these questions and build the perfect strip club, I'm going to perform some field research. That's right, I'm going to go to various strip clubs in Ponytown and take notes on their building methods, styles, and practices. Everything from what they use as stripper poles to the way they advertise and look. I'm going to be taking notes on literally everything. The best way to do that, of course, is to just go into Ponytown, the 18+ server, and hang around docks until someone advertises their strip club. So here's the result of going through all those strip clubs. Here, holy fucking shit, I can't walk anywhere. I don't know. Oh god, this is horrible. They just spammed a bunch of shit. That's what it looks like. It looks like they just spammed some stuff. I guess this is like a wedding hall or something. That's weird. It's a kingdom, so I guess that makes more sense. This place is fucking horrible. They're using the tiki torches too, and these ones are all lit. That is a big no-no. They have terrible seats surrounding it. Is that the only part of the actual club that's considered a strip club? Really? Really? You're gonna use those? These? I don't know about that. That is, these, I gotta be honest with them. I gotta be honest, these are the worst poles I've seen so far. They're literally just trees. Do the thing on that. Look how small this is. This is tiny. This is breaking, like, literally every single one of the rules. The poles don't work. It's tiny as fuck. You can't, there's a bar here, but it's like the most basic bar I've ever seen. It's like clipping through stuff, and it's got a mushroom for some reason. These rooms, I don't understand. They're not very good. There's no seats literally anywhere other than this private room. It's breaking so many rules. This is a terrible strip club. This is the terrible one. This one is just terrible. What are these random crystals out here? Did they put this together in like 5 minutes or something? I'm just absolutely roasting your map. I am so sorry. Alrighty, so here is yet another one. I was delivering Subway sandwiches to players, and this is another strip club that showed up, so I decided to hop in, and I gotta be honest with you guys, it is very small. I kind of like the shape of it, but it's very small and absolutely terrible. First off, everything is just pure stone tiles. There's a couple of random candy canes here and there for some reason. Not sure what's going on with that. They're using the tiki torches. Fortunately, these are not lit, so that's good. Let's just go back to delivering Subway sandwiches. Let's get out of here. Okay, see, they're using the tiki torches. One of them being lit for some reason. That is definitely not something I should be using. Assuming these are the bathrooms, they're using the gravestones too, so that's like 2 in a row that are using tombstones, and the plate plus tombstone. I think I'll definitely use that perhaps as a design. All right, yeah, let's see what this one is. Right off the bat, what an entrance. Just a bunch of sparklers, white carpet, a little seating area right here for some reason. Not sure what, you can't even sit there, so I'm not sure what the purpose of that even is. It also looks really bad, especially with that clipping over there. This is really weird. I'm not sure why they use the cabinets as counters. All of the food is on the floor. What do we have back here? These are just random, just a random pile of snow, probably meant to be cocaine or something. A really horrible setup here so far, and they are using the tall wooden posts as poles. Now that's better than some of the ones I've seen, but it's also horrible, especially the way that they set up the crystals, made it look like there's crystal at the top of it, which kind of defeats part of the point of the pole. You almost can't fit through here. Why is there a table like in the way? Essentially, there is just another room of... As I went through these strip clubs, something started to become clear. There isn't very many good ones in Ponytown. Or at least the ones that I went to seemed off. A lot of them were weird because of what they were using for stripper poles or this or that or whatever. And when I wasn't looking for the strip clubs and just looking back at some old footage, I noticed that a lot of the ones that I went to when I wasn't intending to take notes looked far better than the ones that I'm now finding when I do want to take notes. So, of course, I decided to take a look at some old footage and make even more notes. Take notes on the good ones that I saw in older videos and stuff. Something that I started to take note of is the rooms and the layout of the strip clubs. Usually the good ones have really nice entrances, followed by a big room with the main stage, so to speak, and of course seating areas around it. Then private rooms and bathrooms for some reason. I'm not really sure what the whole deal is with the bathrooms being so common in these, but they're common in them for whatever reason. Maybe it just adds more depth to it. I don't know, but they also have bars, and I really think that a bar is a must for a strip club, because anytime I've ever went to one of these, there's usually a lot of people around a bar, and there's always a bar. So it has to be a must. After all of this, after going to all of these different things like that, I decided that, I still don't know that much about these Ponytown strip clubs, so I decided to contact an expert. That's right, I contacted an expert for this. Meet May, a person who has made multiple strip clubs, including my favorite one that I actually made a video about recently. Let's talk with them and see what else we can learn about Ponytown strip clubs.
Okay, I will say I go by May on Ponytown and on all my other socials, just for the sake of staying safe.
You host strip clubs in Ponytown, a horse game where people...
Yes, horse game.
How is that exactly? How long have you been doing it? How long have you been doing it? Like making Ponytown strip clubs and hosting them and all that stuff. How long have you been part of the Ponytown strip club community, so to speak?
Honestly, since whenever Party Island became a thing, and I realized, wait, I can build on here. What are people doing? And then I just started going around and like seeing what other people had done. And I noticed that the strip clubs and stuff were getting like a lot of attention, and I'm like, dang, I want to do that. So I started doing it.
What would you say is a must for a strip club? What is the most important thing to add to strip clubs, besides the poles, obviously? And also, what is the least used and most used in the strip clubs? So, for example, we have this really beautiful one here. Obviously, we've some of the viewers may have already seen this from other videos and stuff like that, but we have this one here. This one, for example, what is the least used area, and why do you think it's the least used area?
I don't know. These rooms down here don't get used that much. I honestly don't know why. It's probably because people prefer the rooms up top for obvious reasons. A must-have would definitely be the bar.
Yeah.
Aside from, obviously, the poles and whatnot. But
I agree with the bar.
A bar is a huge thing, because, like, I've noticed every time I host, people just flock to it.
Well, every strip club that I've went to, even the really awful ones, and the viewers at home will have seen this by now, but even the really awful ones that I've been to, they also have bars. Even if their bars are really terrible, and trust me, some of them are really bad, but even those have bars, so I agree with that.
And then the private rooms, of course, because people are gonna, roleplay.
Yeah.
And we don't want that going on, like, out in the open, because people do come here just to hang out with other people, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's kind of what I come here for. It's just for the fun of it. As May talked more and more about what's necessary in a Ponytown strip club and all the rules, so to speak, of how they function and work and things like that, things that go on in them and everything else, I started to become more and more confident in my plan going forward. I started to become more confident with my ability to do this, but I was still very, very nervous. However, May provided a lot of excellent knowledge, and I think it was finally time to take that knowledge and run with it. So, armed with this knowledge from May, it was finally time to take action and start work on this strip club. It was very scary to work on this just because of the scale of the build. It was very massive, and I knew it was going to take me several hours. In the end, it actually ended up taking me around 6 hours to complete everything, doing an hour or two every other day or so until it was finally completed. So it did take me a long time, but that scale of the build was really, really terrifying. Now, I tried to be fancy with the entrance and ended up with something that doesn't look very good, but I ended up returning to this last, and, well, here's what I got right now. This I actually ended up returning to at the very last moment because I really, really wanted to get into the layout of the actual strip club and the inside and stuff like that. But here is the entrance. I decided to hide the boat because I just felt like the boat was really awkward sitting on land, or even if it was on the water, I feel like that would also have been awkward, and it just kind of breaks the illusion that you're coming to a place. I don't know. I just thought it would be really nice if I try to hide the boat as much as possible, and I think I did a pretty good job at that. But anyway, continuing on, let's go on the inside. I tried multiple different stages and eventually fell in love with this style. Something about it draws my attention towards it, and I think that will be a great thing given what it's for. The bar was a challenge simply because I had no idea where to put it. I really badly wanted a wraparound bar, and it was just not fitting literally anywhere. And I wanted it to be near the stages too, and it also wasn't fitting near the stages. Eventually, I gave up on the wraparound bar and just put it in the corner instead. Next up was the private rooms. I ended up putting those far away from the main entrance and stage area so that the people that use them won't be as much of a bother to the other players. I also, of course, included a balloon, rope, a paddle, and a candle. I'll tell you why when you're older. Oh, also crystal meth. After that, my next problem was the bathrooms, because I couldn't figure out where to put them. But I did get my wish of a wraparound bar. As you can see, if I go right over here, I do indeed have a wraparound bar with a little fireplace and another paddle. This has plenty of food and plenty of seating areas around it. I absolutely love this wraparound bar, and it's something that I might actually include in future builds that aren't really related to what I'm doing here today. But anyway, back to the bathroom problem. I really wasn't sure where to put it because, well, I was really struggling with the fact that it actually takes way more space. They demand so much space, it's insane. And eventually I got them sorted out too. This is what the bathroom looks like. Overall, here are the final results of the strip club. As you can see, there is still plenty of space right outside here and all this grass area right here. I could definitely do something with that in the future, but I'm not quite sure what I want to do with that yet. Let me know in the comments below if you have any ideas for what I should do with that. And honestly, there's a couple of other things too that I think maybe I could improve on, and things that overall I think need to be worked on, things that I can do to sort of fill out some more space, because there's a handful of spaces that just aren't being used very well, and I think in the future I can do better. But considering this is my first one ever, I think I did a pretty good job. I definitely didn't meet the mark of the perfect strip club, but I definitely think I met some kind of goal of doing something good here. So a couple more things to note is when I was asking around and also when I was taking notes, something that I never took notes of is lighting. I actually have Brighter Darkness turned off right now, and it really shows. It's kind of dark here in the strip club, and that's something that I really wish I would have talked to May with and asked May, you know, the expert, the quote-unquote expert. I really wish I would have talked to them about how to utilize lighting in a clever way that doesn't just involve putting torches and lanterns everywhere and stuff like that, because you can pick up lanterns, and I didn't want anyone to come up to like this corner here and accidentally pick up a lantern. I just thought that would be really weird. But I really didn't know how to do the lighting, and I think that's something that I need to work on and improve on. If you guys have any ideas, any suggestions or tips or anything like that for lighting in Ponytown, then let me know in the comments below, because I would definitely be very, very grateful for that. One more thing is I modeled the colors. May said to use a color palette, so I decided to use the color palette of Birthmark. I used purple, black, and white everywhere except the blue crystals. That is the only caveat to everything like that. And of course, technically these rooms they're technically white, but it's like a weird off-white that's not the same white as the carpet, but I feel like it looked good and everything like that. But yes, purple, black, and white were the colors for this. And yeah, overall, let me know what you guys think of this Ponytown strip club, and if you guys would visit it and stuff like that. And overall, I do hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do like, subscribe, share, and do all those wonderful things like that, because when you do those wonderful things like that, not only do you get access to wonderful content such as this, but you also get to become wonderful yourself, and I think we all want that. So do those wonderful things, and until next time, stay wonderful.